Frequently Live with Kelly and Mark hosts Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa sort through their marital quarrels on air. When Mark returned from a hard weekend co-hosting a sexy charity, he was surprised to find out that Kelly was unhappy with him. During the show, she shared she was raging about her husband's choices. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos talk about his charity trip. All things considered, Kelly Ripa is proud to have such a sexy husband hanging on her arm. But at times, she wants to take him down a notch. During the September 23 episode of Live with Kelly and Mark Consuelos discussed he had been in Maine to help out his friend, Patrick Dempsey, with a project near and dear to his heart. While they were talking about him jetting off frequently to Italy and Maine, Kelly had stayed home. They continued to discuss the beautiful gesture Mark made to be a part of Patrick's endearing charity. Then, Kelly even brought up a discussion about People magazine putting out the narrow-minded Sexiest Man Alive issue. Correspondingly, she believes that it excludes many dead people who are extremely sexy. However, she was simmering on something that had happened over the weekend. Mark Consuelos is in the running for more sexiness. Furthermore, Kelly Ripa congratulates her sexy husband for previously being recognized as the sexiest daytime talk show host alive. Now he is in the running for the sexiest TV host alive. Next to Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, and Mario Lopez, Mark Consuelos is feeling good. But Jimmy Fallon made a plea that Mark remove himself from the competition to even the playing field. Although he considered stepping out, he opted to stay on the ballot to enjoy the challenge of adding another sexy title to his collection. Producer Michael Gelman was voting as they spoke, causing Kelly to question whether they were doing a good job on the show. She mentions if the producer and audience are doing other things during the show, maybe they need to work on their presentation. However, her years of experience make her know better. But as Mark gave the update on sports, Kelly remembers how furious she was with Mark after his return from helping his buddy, Patrick Dempsey. Kelly Ripa knows that sports have a high priority for Mark Consuelos. As Live continued with updates on sports, Kelly Ripa was reminded of why she was so irritated by her sexy husband, Mark Consuelos. Once he got back from his sexy charity with McDreamy, things escalated when Kelly desperately wanted to spend time with her man. Although she was a big supporter of Mark's partnership with the McDreamy team, she was ready to catch up with Mark after his travels. However, she shares how things didn't go as planned. Kelly says that it was a gorgeous day and she planned to go for a walk in Central Park. Seemingly eager to see him, she offered to go with Mark, who immediately said, "Yeah, what time?" Kelly recognized that she was competing with his beloved sports games and took a step back. His sexy charity trip leads to rage from Kelly Ripa. She knew he would want to watch the game, so she asked, "Okay, what time do you want to go for a walk?" Mark Consuelos said he wanted to get out early before the weather changed. Skeptically, Kelly said, "Don't you have a game you want to watch?" But Mark Consuelos reassured her he would record it instead. Since she wanted quality time with her husband, she chose to leave her headphones at home instead of listening to podcasts like normal. Little did she know, he wasn't as into conversation as she hoped. A few minutes into the walk, he tells her upfront he only plans to walk 25 minutes with her and then will turn around to get back for the game. At that point, he expected her to continue without him and enjoy her walk. However, that was not the case. She says, "I'm immediately enraged. I am put into a march. Like I am pacing myself. I could have been jogging." Live. Insufferable walk. After Kelly Ripa's rage is ignited, she is speedwalking at its best. But Mark Consuelos requests she slow down. She thought it was because he had a hurt toe, and she had no sympathy for him at that moment. However, Mark clarified he was cramping from her fast pace. Kelly declines, sarcastically saying, "No, I want to get you home before the game." But Mark had changed the whole feeling of the fun, relatable walk when he made it seem like she was on the clock. Now, she was rushing to get him back to catch the game he said he would record. He tried to alleviate the animosity by saying there was no rush. But she recalls that Mark would stop, plug in headphones, and look at any device along the way to get updates on the game. Admittedly, she says, it was an insufferable walk. I couldn't wait for it to end. At that point, they just changed the topic because they had to agree to disagree and get on with the show. What do you think about Kelly Ripa's experience with their walk? Would you be angry? Have you dealt with anything similar?